People in Tupelo spent part of their summer reading a book and taking part in activities as part of an initiative promoting literacy. WCBI's Allie Martin was at the Lee County Library where an author talked about a book he wrote after moving from New York City to a small town in Mississippi in the Delta.
As a teenager living in London, Richard Grant's main ambition was to see the world. A year or so after college, he made it to the United States. Eventually, Grant, who was an author, settled in New York City. An invitation to a book event in Mississippi led to a life-changing invite.
And I got invited to a picnic in a tiny place called Pluto, and I decided to buy a house there on a sudden whim. And we arrived in the Mississippi Delta knowing nothing.
Grant's book, Dispatches from Pluto, is the real-life story of getting to know the people, places, and customs of the Mississippi Delta. His novel was the choice for this year's Tupelo Reads project.
This started as a way to show Tupelo as a center of lifelong learning from within and without the community. So we want to focus on books and having a citywide conversation around a good book.
Along with his lecture at the library, Grant also visited Tupelo High School and was guest of honor at a Pluto party Tuesday night. Julie Gibbons is a board member with Tupelo Reads, and she says Dispatches from Pluto was an easy choice for its humor and honesty.
His perspective on the Mississippi Delta, just an outsider's perspective, is, and he nailed it. He really nailed it. And it's a way, it's kind of a mirror to reflect on ourselves and our culture and things that we could change and things we do well.
Although Grant and his wife now live in Jackson, he still has a lot of friends in the Delta and says he's humbled at the warm reception his novel has received all across the state.
One of the things I love about Mississippi is the strength of its book culture. It's got some of the best bookstores in America, I think some of the best bookstores in the world.
Richard Grant signed copies of his book, Dispatches from Pluto. Organizers of Tupelo Reads will soon start work on next year's event. In Tupelo, I'm Allie Martin, WCBI News.
And during the event, the Friends of the Lee County Library made a $24,000 donation to the library.